Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote. Welcome you back to our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4, our Ethiopia, Prester John, Blessed Nation run. Now, if you remember what we did last video, we had relieved Yemen of the two territories they've taken from Adal. That's Zelia and Hargeisa here. Or Hargeisa there, sorry. And we're also starting to see that the Mamluks are starting to gear for, maybe not necessarily war, but at least to try and take things on. They've taken their first fabricated claim here in Massawa, and so I need to start worrying about them. Obviously, Yemen is not happy with us. Hejaz could care less. Shamar exists and has already allied with the Mamluks. So we're going to try and see who we can get here. It looks like Oman can be happy. So we might think about allying with them. Let's look at our... Got 3 of 4, and we could use a nice check on Yemen. Even if Oman's a little bit low here, at least it's one of the only ones, except for Najd, but Najd being now a one province minor, sorry, may not be a good idea. So, I think that's what we're going to do here. That way, in case Yemen decides to ally with what's left of Adal, since they do have Marahan as their ally in case we decide to take them on. Okay, so glad to be back in recording again. This always makes a great excuse for not actually doing things that should be. But alright, and we need to, first thing, I'm going to build, I've already got 2 barks going. These aren't cored enough yet. And that is, I believe, the cog. Good. So, we've got a cog and 2 barks going to replace the 2 that went dead. They are still protecting Gold Abadan. Now, once we take more of these Horn of Africa, I might make Gold Abadan my trade capital, because, as we know, Ethiopia is out. It's a one-way node going out, so it's not actually a great trade there. Generally, I should be pushing towards Alexandria here and making that my trade capital. But for now, Aden, well, especially once I actually get all this, because once you sit here, see here where the trade is. If I could take all of that, and unfortunately also need to start going into a bit of Yemen here. If I can take a lot of this, give me a good chunk, and then I can bolster that with the Ethiopia and then just collect here since it's all going out. Okay, so let's start on that. We're probably going to be going into a war with Adal. The truce with that actually is expired. And they're only allied with Ajuran. Only. Now, let's take a quick look here. Let's have time go all that. So, Adal's been removed as a rival for both Warsalongi and Hejaz. And it's like Adal is making Makaron its rival now since it's a lot smaller. Adal's down to 7-8, and Adal's at 9-11. I get coffee again. And we're at 18. So we could probably take them on both by ourselves. Not that I'm going to do that. I always like having allies going with you. But right now, neither Makuria nor Warsalongi. But keep in mind, we do have that 7 from Alodia there. So we could take them on by ourselves. Especially if all I worry about is just Adal. Although Ajuran would probably end up coming in, and they have Mogadishu still. Well, Mogadishu is 13-8. We're still improving our relations with them. So let's see what goes there. Oh, that's right. And then we'll hit Oman before they end up not liking us. Let's improve that a little bit first. Alright, we do have a mission. Rival of rival. So that's going with QQ. Which QQ right now is at a 10. So let's just take that. That always gives us that prestige bump and the Diplo power. Speaking of which, let's take a quick look. We've got 666 with above time on all of them. So I'm actually probably going to take some of that excess military and Diplo power and improve some of our provinces here. Let's do the quick route. Go to development queue. That way we can see what's cheapest. Okay, so I could do Ausa, although Ausa's kind of meh on that. That's right there, though. That's our cheapest right now at 60. I want to do it actually on one that's still got some things in it. So we'll do Angot here for 1. And, well, Shendi's could be good to be built up. A lot of these do have high autonomy, so points here would kind of go out. So there's some in Ulabor. Okay. We're getting towards the 70s here. We'll try Kaffa. So that wouldn't be doing very good. Gazira's... Yeah, Gazira and Shendi are both Elodius, so I don't really want to improve them just yet. Okay, we'll put one more in Gondar. We'll make that even 12. Alright, so Ajuran did de-rival us, so that could be good. Let's take a quick pause here. Mamluks are still having some issue. Now they've done Tajura. Let's see, where is Tajura? Oh, Tajura is right there. So we've really got to worry about them. In fact, I might build a castle on Masawa just to check them. Although we do have the one in... Oh, totally forgot. Totally forgot to mothball for right now. With all one fort. Alright. Well, with Ajuran no longer thinking... Oh, that's strange. I thought Ajuran just said they were dropping us as a rival. Maybe they re-rivaled us. Huh. Okay. So, we can drop... I mean, we can still rival them, but they dropped us as a rival. So I want to see if I can change that. Nope. Alright. So I could remove them as a rival, since they're not rivaling us anymore. I wouldn't mind doing that in order to check it, but then again, we'll probably end up taking their land in the future, so I'll just leave that as that for the power projection. Alright. So we'll go back here. We'll go up to speed 4. Let's build some improvements. Okay, so now Ajuran is no longer a valid for us, so there we go. So in fact, maybe what we'll do... They still hate us. We'll see about that. But the Mamluks, let's... I don't want to... Thinking about doing an embargo on them, but that might drive us into war a lot quicker. Let's check here. Mamluks are still 30-26, so they're bleeding money. Okay. So keep an eye on that. We can go up to 21 with our army maintenance. We do have that at full maintenance. You know what? Let's do that. We're at 12-6. Cannons don't exist yet. So let's pop, let's go 2-1. Since those three all build up at the same time, that'll give us, we can split into 2 stacks if we need for more flexibility, or stay in the stack of 21. But that does do a check towards the Mamluks, and I'm perfectly fine with that. We have 592. Let's build a few buildings. Oops, wrong button. Alright, let's see what we can do with taxation here. Really quickly. Alright now. Okay, so looks like so far, Shiwa here is our best bet since they're above 10. Let's check production. Yeah, production showing nothing too much because a lot of these aren't very well developed yet. And I could up some trade power, but all that would do right now is our best trade power is in this node here, which would help the money from that. But right now, actually, wait, 6. We'll build a marketplace there. It gives us 6 trade power. Granted, it's our own node, but that's still... There we go. And then we'll do that taxation down in Shiwa for 13. I want to spend a heck of a lot of money yet. I know that a lot of players do, try to seem to go down below 100 as much as possible, but I like having a bigger tax, a bigger war chest just in case. Alright, so the National Epic expired. We got the monastic orders. One of the greatest strengths of the Ethiopian Church is the great number of successful monasteries that dot the landscape of our state. Alright, so we could lose the stability and get less local autonomy, or we can gain 50 and gain more. Now let's check the autonomy on those. In fact, it looks like we'll have one right after that, so let's check the autonomy really quickly. So we're talking about Wallo, which is 0, Damat, which is 0, and Enderta, which is 0. Now, that's of course temporary. It can go down. I can always try to lower it manually, because obviously most of these ones that are showing are at 0 or better. Let's just go manually. Follow around here somewhere. So Wolo. Oh, there it is. So Wolo is at -0 basically. Yeah, they're at -11. So even if we give them some more autonomy, you know what? Let's just go with that. We'll get the admin power out of that. That won't do it too badly. Even with the autonomy, that doesn't. In fact, let's tick it up a little bit. It'll lose us like a tick of money. Yay for excellent supplies. Yeah, it only cost us a tick of money. So I didn't want to lose that stability. So we got the Sack Monastery. We can send them some resources. We definitely have that. And we'll get the development cost there in RC. Or we can lose prestige. I think we can afford the 22 ducks. Alright. So going on that, in fact, that might even give us a little bit of back. And let's look at RC. There are 112. You know what? Just for that, let's just give them a... Because right now, the Diplo power just ain't seeming like it's gonna go down. We're still way above time. So, in fact, let's look at the development again. Maybe we should start planning one of these. We've got wool and Ausa. Slaves, there's Zyla. Gold. Ivory. Okay, well, Ivory's at 4. Let's pause for a second. Looks like we're about to core our stuff. That's good. In fact, let's wait for those to get finished coring then. Ah, we can get a new idea. We can get a stability cost modifier, which, isn't a big deal. But once again, we're way ahead, so that'll just take us to 14, and it'll get us our first yearly prestige bump. So if our Geisig pops, we get now +1 prestige, minus 25% stability cost, and yes, nobility losing some influence, which is never a bad thing. I think we're down to... Yeah, Supporta, since I did that a little late. Ah, that's our island there, yes. And they're actually kind of happy, so, I mean, the unrest is at 12, but it looks like we're not leaving the... We're either going low with our big stability, and that's another reason why I like always running with a high stability, is you automatically, if you go 3, you automatically get that national unrest issues. Oh, Oman's cleared, they're happy, so let's make them a new ally. Oh, they're in the middle of a war. That one, who are they at? Against Shamar. Just Shamar. Alright, well, I probably can't do much. Well, always getting into a fight, because Shamar is with... So we'll keep an eye on Oman, see how that war goes. I think we were also thinking about Pate, but they'll probably just end up getting run over. Okay, another Coptic here. Now, the island's going to be a bit of an issue. I might leave that Sunni just for a little bit until some of their issues tack down. We've got 30-30 here. And at least the 2 30s are actually tolerable. Okay. Oh. While I was blabbing, these guys have been done for quite some time. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw a little bit more of our development around. Let's do it here in Angot. So dink dink. Let's develop our, let's see, our ivory. What ivory that we own? We don't own any ivory, but we're going to be getting some when Alodia ends up getting integrated in about 20 years. So let's put it into our gold province. I'll just put a little bit of admin in to make it even. Okay. So that bleeds off some more points for right now. We're at 30 ahead, so that's about 3 years ahead. And let's look at things with Adal here. They're still allied with Ajuran. Ajuran is basically telling me to pound rope still. But we're going to get 7-9 to 9-11 still, with a Mogadishu of, I believe, 4-4. So that's 7-9 and 4, meaning that's 20 even. We're at 21. So by ourselves, we could handle them. Plus, I want to see if we can. You know what? Since we can do that, let's roll a new general. Yes. Ah, that general actually isn't that much worse. So that's good. We could use the fire pips. Alright. I mean, the maneuver pips are fine, but we still have a maneuver pip. Whereas they, yeah. Alright. Let's look at a couple of things. Okay. Just checking time really quickly. Now this time, if we hit a doll, we could still get in if Warsalongi does some land. What I could do... You know what? I think that's fine. We will give them some land, but we'll give them some Ajurani land. Oh, have I totally forgotten one major thing, and that was... This is going to have to take some more time. I totally forgot. I was so busy looking ahead, I forgot to do the things that you need to do really quickly. So that's going to take a couple more months. Alright, we can't just stay on a patriarchal. We'll lose and be independent, and now we'll do the admin power. Alright, 1.58. So this is going to take about a year to fabricate on a doll. Ugh, totally botched that. Let's look at that. Our inflation. Inflation's 2.5. So we'll take the inflation for the admin power some more. We're getting ready for doing that. In fact, I'll even... Oh, whoops, I forgot that was admin to take it. Oh well. Okay, so, whoopee, I could take a stability, but... Because my Coptic is so high. But I've already got stability 3. Oh well. Maybe I should have taken that stability knock. Ah well. Sometimes free stability is a lot better than no stability. We're getting there. In fact, let's speed up a little more. Maybe we can even get Warsalongi to come in without having any sort of conditions. Feast of Palm Sunday. Oh, so we got here. So we have another Coptic event. Feast of Palm Sunday, where we can do no expenses can be spared. You can lose ducats, lose Diplo, but get tolerance +1, or we just celebrate. Let's see. Well, you know what? Since all it costs is Diplo, which we're already high on, and a couple of bucks, let's get that extra tolerance anyway. It'll help with some stability, especially once we convert. Speaking of converting, Socotra is going to have to stay that way for a bit. They're kind of annoyed with us. We've got Yemeni separatists, but they're only at 20%, so we don't have to worry about them so much. We do have one missionary still out, so the Sunni Zealots. In fact, I think actually we might have finished coring Zelia. Yeah. I don't know why they're there and not at Hargeisa. Eh, whatever. They'll definitely start coring down, especially once they're done, so we don't have to worry about them. And the Adal separatists are in Hargeisa, which, well, that'll just have to do for now. In fact, oh, the supply limit's 21, so I'll just have the army park there while I'm waiting anyway. And that'll tick it down, but at least I'll be ready for when they pop. Alright! So, now it's just mostly the waiting game. We're getting close. Close to that spy network. Okay, so I'm max on Mogadishu. Alright, so we'll pause here. Let's take... Between these two, what would be better? That's 10, that's 4. Berbera would definitely be the better one here to claim on. So let's do that. Claim on Berbera. And then we'll get ready for the war. And in fact, this is a good break for right now. This makes a good thing. It's been about 20 minutes or so. So class, next time, what we're going to do here is we are going to go into the second Ethiopian Adalese War. And where we should be able to take Berbera here and maybe even clear out the other 4 provinces while we're at it. So, that's something to look forward to. I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. And with that, class dismissed.